Hey, did you eat my chips? Are you gonna wear the unicorn hat? I'm Whip the Clown. I feel like I've been violated. I felt like I got clowned out, so I put on a nose, and I said, I can't take it anymore. You, man. How'd I do, man?
Wonderful.
Was that it?
We've got
Due
a lot
process
to do.
by
we
proxy.
have a lot to do, but at least
Woo, dude. All right, Socrates would have said that. I don't have the time to explain to you why you should not do this. You know, simple enough.
Lord, I built a place at 10,000 Tank Road from a bare plank place. It was nothing, bare on a slab. I'm just saying that to say that I'm a slabber, all right? I spent 7 years here and never left for one single day, summer or winter. Never camped anywhere here for 7 years. Never went on a vacation, all right? No electricity, no running water, nothing. Spray bottle, pour water in my head, live in a tank. So that's all I'm going to say about myself. Now here I'm going to make the first quote. All right, let me make a point here. They like to say, oh, I have this false document. Well, I have this document, but I also have the actual bylaws in my hand, which I've been studying nonstop for about 36 hours, all right? Yeah. And if you hear some of the stuff that's in these actual official bylaws, you'll start throwing up all over here, okay? Not a single one of these people ever mentioned one word about rent or lease. And yet over and over and over in here, it says you're going to pay lease. And I'm going to quote from here in a minute, but I'm just making my introduction here, okay? Not only are you going to pay a lease, you're going to have to ask them for permission for your lease. All right? And they got the right to go into a secret executive group, totally private, and decide who gets that lease. And I'll quote that out of here. Quote it.
Kenny, I have a question for you as the president then.
Okay.
Would you be willing to be the co-chair for the bylaws committee to help correct that?
Dissolve this whole...
Why then?
Turn to speak.
Why are you speaking then if you
No,
don't
sir,
want to
I am
help?
not out of order. I've asked you. You've asked the point of question.
Let's be hippies and do something about it, though.
All right, here's
don't
my thing.
Speak then.
I'm going to quote you. This is my
words are words without action.
I talk loud so you don't have to. Okay. I'm going to make my first quote. You see I have it checked in here and everything. This is in response to Lynn's statement about how she made a unilateral agreement with the state and doesn't want to apologize because her poor husband. And yet at the same time, she called Kevin, what was it, some poor bugger? The poor bugger died before I could get the contract or whatever. What about that poor bugger? I happen to know there's somebody here. That was her brother.
Get on up.
He ain't no poor bugger. So I'm going to read this that proves that what she did is null and void, has no point, is irrelevant, and has no application. There is no application. All right, here I go. It's a little long statement. Any officer or agent of the corporation specifically authorized by the board of directors, which obviously wasn't, may on behalf of the corporation enter into those contracts or execute and deliver those instruments that are specifically authorized by the board without the express and specific authorization of the board of directors. No officer or agent or the corporation may enter into any contract or execute and deliver any instrument in the name of the corporation. Voila, it's meaningless.
Juvenile rights!
Answer to that, no contract exists.
Start it all over, it's dead. All right, now here's another one. You're misinterpreting. And I quoted and I didn't misinterpret nothing.
I'm not dead.
You're out of order, dude. It's my floor.
Let him go. You're out of order.
Oh, here it's a I'm quoting from your
Slab
bylaw.
City. Slab City, California.
From Oh My God. We lost Oh My God. I don't want to tell you any stories here because they demand that I ask them a question. We lost Oh My God. And I'm here since '95. Mike over here, Solar Mike, is my witness. The question is, why are we here at Slab City splitting the family in half?
Yes, there have been forces that nobody wants to admit, live here and do what they want to us and take from us.
In my opinion, you do.
Out of that 40-footer on Carbon Kitchen
Okay,
Slab.
please sit down.
It happened. Let him see his face. We got all afternoon. Let people see the piece.
all day. Come on, let's move
Oh, you don't got all day? Oh, you got other stuff to do? We got something to do.
My question was in regards to information, things that you folks said when you got up and talked to your 205 minutes.
The IRS, at least $500 for the nonprofit status that we're applying for. Printing, bylaws, ballot paper, mailing supplies, etc. Interim board is paid $105.
Can you hear me now? Sorry guys, my voice is really low because I've been out here talking to you guys as best I can. My name is Christina Swistak, also known as Dreamcatcher. And I am emotional right now, even though I'm telling all these guys not to be emotional before.
So, Marty is opposed and Justin is opposed. To form a committee?
You hear what I said during the discussion? I know it's fucked up. Sorry.
They're not voting as one now. Two people have veered off.
Not reading what I've made a motion.
Okay, so we'll reread the official motion so that it's understood. There are there were 2 nays and
And I said, oh shit, that stuff ain't in there. And that's what we're talking about, a Bill of Rights here. We want to make that promise to you that we're not going to do those things. That's what this is about. If
all those in favor say aye. Those opposed? So the motion to amend the articles to create a committee to amend the articles and bylaws passes unanimously. So one more motion for a Bill of Rights.
I don't know. I was just hanging out at my house, and all of a sudden it was like, wow, somebody told me Slab City is for sale. The home of Whip the Clown. Whip the Clown can't do that. I can't handle that.
Nervous about this. Sorry, I'm a little nervous about this. I'm going to read a statement. I'll do my best to just talk to you and tell you what this says, but bear with me, please. And it might take a little more than 2 minutes. 2 years ago, that was in December of 2011, Kevin Eubanks came to me and he asked me to sit as a director on a charity he created called Salvation Mountain. And then I said yes. And then the little bugger died. However, I kept my word. Sometimes I can't disclose what goes on in their board meetings for Salvation Mountain unless it's public, unless it comes out from somebody who's not me and it's said by that board that it can be talked about. So the land acquisition for Salvation Mountain was under a non-disclosure agreement from the Salvation Board of the Salvation Mountain Board. Now that board, it consists of 4 people from Slab City. It also consists of 5 people that are not from Slab City. I'm going to use the vernacular that I use to talk about this kind of stuff here. Those 5 people are from the Beast, and I think everybody here knows what I mean when I say that. I'm not calling them down or saying that they're bad people. I'm just saying that they live in the Beast, and 4 people live here in Slab City. So you can see that by the board of the Salvation Mountain, the people at Slab City do not have a majority on that board. In March of 2012, the Salvation Mountain board members started talking about buying a piece of property that the mountain is on from the state of California. And I was opposed to that motion. I was opposed because in my view, buying one part of Slab City made the rest of Slab City vulnerable to a purchase by an outsider, somebody who wasn't from Slab City. The Salvation Mountain Board pursued the purchase of the land that the mountain is on. And in the summer of 2013, Jim Porter, who is with the California State Land Commission, contacted the Salvation Mountain Board about purchasing Slab City. They said that the Salvation Mountain Board said that they only wanted to purchase the land that the monument was on and a little bit more, some of the surrounding area. Now, you've all heard about the conversations between Bill and Jim Porter, and by the way, for my 2 cents, I believe my friend Bill's version of that event and of those conversations. Bill told me about his discussions with Jim Porter in the context of the Salvation Mountain Board. At the time when he told me that, I was in the hills of Oregon, up in the mountains, in northern Oregon. So I wasn't at Slab City. My husband was recovering from 7 weeks of radiation therapy at the time that he got in June and July of last year. We talked about the threat of someone else. Bill and I talked about the threat of someone else, someone that doesn't live at Slab City, owning the slabs. We talked about some corporate beast coming out here to buy it. I got another call from another board member in Slab City who confirmed that somebody had talked to her about purchasing the rest of Slab City. Once the Slab City was cut into pieces, like they're doing with the piece of land that Salvation Mountain is on, it would be simple for the State Land Commission to auction the rest of this land.
Email address.
Yeah, they're afraid Amazon could get the list. So that's one of the concerns of the board so far.
Yeah, and I have this NSA tracking device here that I always carry with me, so that I don't care anymore.
Yeah, but will they allow you to be in because
Well,
of
the
that?
drone can get here.
Oh, no.